By the end of this video, you'll understand why your overpress feels so off and also how to change that so you can train confidently in the gym. So I used to think lifting through pain was the ultimate fix, right? I would just keep on lifting, but the discomfort never went away. But then I also noticed how my desk life was feeding into that shoulder pain. So then I was like, you know what? Let me just stop pressing through the pain and find a fix. I realized I didn't need more effort. I just needed better movements, better posture, both inside and also outside of the gym. And just to be clear, this isn't medical advice. This is simply how I'm training through that discomfort responsibly. See, I lift and then I also sit most of the day, right? I'm lifting in the morning and I come home and I sit at night for most of the day for work. So this just might seem familiar to you. So picture yourself sitting at your desk ready for work and you find yourself sitting there and your posture change, right? You find that your shoulders start caving in and that's often causing poor posture. So then your back also feels stiff. And then I feel like the first thing I'm thinking, did I sleep wrong last night? And then the next day we go to the gym and expect our shoulders to pull off overhead press, especially during this 1 set of 20 confidence cycle. So then after the first couple of reps, you start feeling that discomfort, right? And that tightness, like something really does feel off. So that's where I usually start feeling frustrated, especially with my performance, and I kind of want to give up. And then I soon realized it wasn't that the overhead press was bad. My body just wasn't prepared for the movement. So my body was living another way in the gym compared than outside of the gym. And to be fair, I was asking my body to perform a certain way in a gym that I'm normally not used to outside of the gym. I work from home. I'm sitting 10 hours throughout the day. You're asking your body to do a lot. So the biggest change I made wasn't adding more weight, right? Not even less weight. What I did was, I like to call this my rehab exercises. It stopped the mindset that I was plateauing or not progressing. Those thoughts can really take a toll on you mentally and also physically, where you find that you're not really being consistent in the gym anymore because you're so frustrated with your performance and you're not getting stronger, right? So let's reframe. We're not pushing through pain. That causes more tension, and more tension creates those overcompensations. Overcompensation can lead to muscle imbalances. Those muscle imbalances can affect how strong and how comfortable you feel during your overhead press and outside of the gym, right? You know how often we mimic these patterns, right, in real life, like grabbing food from the top shelf or carrying your groceries at the supermarket, playing with your children, for me, playing with my nieces, right? So you're not really weak. It's just your body is trying to protect itself, right? I like to use those situations or circumstances as information from my body. It's telling me, hey, I feel uncomfortable. What can we do to fix this? Or what can we do to cause less tension? So this is how I started training differently. So we're not going to be rushing into our main lifts. We are going to create a proper warm up, okay, before our main lifts, like overhead press and a leg day situation, front squats, back squats. So we're going to take about 5 to 10 minutes before our main lifts to warm our body up and prep our body for the movements. I like to focus on warm-up exercises that reflect the work that I'm doing. So my warm-ups are going to mimic my main lift. So arm circles are my favorite. I like to do those to really warm my shoulders up before overhead press, before bent over rows, before bench press. And then I like to do the Arnold press without weight. So I just like to come like this, and I'll do that about 10 times or until it just feels good. All these warm-ups I'm doing for about 30 seconds to 45 seconds, but sometimes I'll go just a little bit longer if I feel like my body really needs it. So while I'm in these movements, I'm making sure my body feels in control. I'm aware of how my body feels. So I've recently started adding activation exercises into my warm-up routine. So I'll have 3 to 4 warm-up exercises that I do, dynamic stretches. Then I'll have at least one activation exercise that I will do with a resistance band. So for upper body, I like to do pull aparts with the resistance band. And then for leg days, I like to do walking lunges, walking side lunges with the resistance band. 2 sets of 10 of both. I will say it helps I think adding these activation exercises and I feel more in control. Also, I feel like, man, I'm already feeling the workout, right? My body feels good. It doesn't feel tense. I'm feeling strong. It really is good preparation for the main lifts. Also, I like to do shoulder external rotations. I'll do about 2 sets of 10 or 2 sets of 15 with no weight. And then I like to progress in that activation exercise. So I'll do about 5 to 8 pounds depending on how strong I feel. This helps with that infraspinatus muscle in our back. That muscle is so funny to me. I already know if I'm lifting anything kind of out of place. I thought maybe it was my sleep, but me sitting at my desk, I noticed that I had more pain in that area compared to when I wasn't sitting all day at work. So that workout is another staple in my routine. Any type of shoulder external rotation is so sweet for my warm-up routine, and I definitely feel a difference. I think it also helped lessen that pain in that area, prepping me for the gym and also prepping me for real life. I've also implemented some desk workout routines that I do while I'm sitting here, because I'm sitting here for a long time, right? So I make sure to stand up once every 45 minutes. I also like to do little neck and arm stretches. So I'll find myself doing these like side rotations, and I'll do like 3 sets of 10 on each side. And I noticed that it loosened up that tension that I'm building up while sitting at my desk. I also like to stretch my arms. So I'll just come out to the side and go like this to the back, go around, and I'll keep doing these about 2 sets of 10, depending on how much time I have, or this and do this as well. And then take it around. Inside the 1 set of 20 confidence cycle, the goal isn't maximum effort. This is repeatable, confident reps. So we're gonna lower the load, also slow the reps down. No need to rush through them. Our focus is on one good set, up to about 20 reps. I like this program because we are able to notice if we have any muscle imbalances. So with all this information, we can work through this with activation exercises, mobility, habits that we may have to change throughout our day. Other resources. If you feel like you're having a lot more pain than usual, definitely reach out to a physician for helpful information. And also remember, if your form breaks, I like to stop, because finishing the set, I would rather get 10 per reps in with a good form, no pain, no discomfort, and trying to reach 20 reps, bad form, and discomfort. So the goal is always up to 20 reps, but if you can get a good 10, work through that great 10 comfortably, and then progress to 12, then to 15, then to 20 reps. This is a fitness journey. This is how you create consistency and progress. It's not slow, it's smart. So when I started slowing these things down, I noticed things I missed before. One shoulder working more than the other shoulder, right? Or my ribs flaring when pressing. My neck seems to take over during the overhead press where I lack control. So knowing this information helped me create warm-ups and also activation exercises around this that help me feel better and also get stronger. Sometimes slowing down the minute or taking the step back actually matters. So overhead press are not your enemy. We're learning to own our movement by moving well. So we're learning to own our load by moving well repeatedly. And we're also building confidence under the bar. It's because of knowing your body can handle it. It's knowing that your body can handle the position well. So inside my 28-day confidence cycle, this is exactly how we train. Lower load, better form, repeatable, confident movements that also carries you into real life. So comment below, do your overhead press feel good to you right now? Or have you avoided doing them? I know I have in the past. I think the last 2 years, I started really implementing them because I realized how important pressing movements are. So let me know below, or you just haven't tried them yet. I'll see you guys in my next video.
As I get a little older, I realize life is perspective, and my perspective may differ from yours. I want to say thank you to everyone that's been down with me.